What? You were doing the Thriller song. I was doing the dance. Well, it's Halloween. Close to. It's October.
Maybe it depends on when this gets up. Could be November. You're slow! That's all I'm saying. Oh, easy there, Billy. Please. Those dogs.
Where's the music?
Wow, now suddenly. Help me, he's gonna beat me.
Hey boys and girls, get ready for an all-new toy review with Devall and my best puppet pal, Puppet Devall. Games and kids.
That's what you're for biting me!
Hey guys!
Nature's defensive mechanism! You alright?
No.
You get sick? Should I call fire?
I'm good. I think I got it all. I think it's down in my stomach. Oh,
You took the joke too far, and now you're sick. Don't you? No! No! I don't have shoes! Those are your shoes! That's hurtful.
I got it. Hairball.
Poor mouse man.
Hairball. It's a horrible hairball. Hey gang, welcome to another review right here on ToyWorldOrder.com, starring me, Devall, and my buddy, Puppet Devall.
Woo!
We're back again with an all-new review. It's October.
For now?
For now, it's getting close to Halloween. I mean, we're just like a week away from Halloween, which is awesome. And Puppet Devall and I decided we'd do a couple of scary, scary, spooky, that involved Puppet Devall's favorite thing, zombies. I thought you liked zombies.
They're better than plants!
They are better than plants. It should have been zombies versus plants. That would have been a much better game. Instead of you being the plants, the good guy. Anyway. So, McFarlane Toys has had the... McFarlane Toys. Spawn. McFarlane, Todd McFarlane? Don't listen to him. Gotcha. McFarlane Toys has had the Walking Dead license based on the Walking Dead zombies. Hit AMC.
What's an AMC? Pacer? Was there a car commercial? I was looking at toys. I'm honestly confused. I'm sorry. I don't know to be bad.
It's okay. It's all right. I'll bring you up to speed.
So as a mouse.
Okay. So, McFarlane Toys has had the Walking Dead license based on the hit AMC television series that in turn was based on the hit comic book series created by Robert Kirkman. And to kind of celebrate the ongoing Walking Dead merchandise that's coming out, McFarlane Toys decided to break into the building blocks game.
Oh.
What?
You know I'm recovering.
I know you're recovering, but McFarlane has decided to produce a series of building sets based on The Walking Dead. And today we're going to take a look at a 154-piece set, which is The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, and Chopper. That comes with a little string. Yes, get to the chopper. That's all right. This is the smallest set available in the line. The front of the box, of course, is embolized there with the Walking Dead logo from the AMC TV series, as well as a picture of the product put together, a little idea of what the pieces look like when they're all when you're putting them together. And then the back of it shows what you can do. These are all
those zombies in the set?
No. But these aren't your normal building block sets. These are more building block diorama sets that you can put together. So you can add all of these zombies to the set and everything and make it look really neat and really cool. So you've got Daryl, and you've got the city street there, and the highway sign, as well as a bunch of zombies, just kind of giving you an idea of what you can do with the set. And then down the bottom, you've got some of the other items. You've got the prison gate and the tower, which is the largest building set available. And then you've got the governor's room that comes with a light-up wall of zombie heads and fish tanks. Hey, I know. As well as the line of blind bag minifigures, which we'll actually take a look at next time. We'll actually take a look at next time here when we get together and do reviews here soon. So these sets are brand new. They're just now hitting stores. So we're going to take a look at this in general. Give you a little bit closer look at the box is great. So 154 pieces, a lot of pieces. The instruction manuals for the set are well done. There's a lot of great artwork on the front there. There's the instructions here are pretty easy to follow. They're well thought out and well made. They put a lot of time into basically breaking it down step by step like Lego instructions do and showing you exactly where stuff goes. And we'll talk a little bit more about it when I show you it up close. But the cool thing about this set is that this set has a bunch of grass in it, like the different grass and stuff that you can put on the highway there. And these sets are built for customization, so you can put as many or as few weeds as you want on the set. You can put the sign for the highway wherever you want. You can decorate the set however you want. It's pretty neat, but the instructions are well thought out. There's a piece list in the back, just like with Lego sets and whatnot. The back of the instruction manual shows you, again, some of the more details of the sets available in the minifigures. So, well, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the actual built set, and I'll give you an idea of what it takes to piece it together and what it looks like when it's all done. Yeah. All right, Daryl and this chopper.
Oh, really lost it. I can practically hear the rumble of the motor.
Boom, boom, boom. And we'll take these little figures off the diorama here as the bike just simply plugs in pretty securely. There we go. Plugs in pretty securely there to the base. Now, to get an idea, as you can see, I've already built the set because I wanted to put it together, get an idea of it, and I can peel some of these pieces back to show you. We'll take these off here real quick. Yeah, weeds falling off here. The base of it, once it's all put together, as you can see, it's pretty detailed. It's got cracks in the road, and these don't have to go in any separate order or any special position. You put those on however you want to kind of create this this chipped rock feel look to it. You know, you've got all the dirt back here, and as well as the grass. The grass there. Now these pieces, here are some complaints about this set, is that they use like the normal brick building basics.
Like a Lego!
Yeah, like a Lego, and then as you can see the actual down there, boy. The actual piece that it connects to is a little bit different than a Lego. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. Oh, okay.
One day at a time.
Now I could peel off all the edge pieces here.
Yes. Peel them.
It's a little rough.
Peel them into many small pieces.
As you see, you can peel them off there pretty easy. My complaint about this is if you happen to put one of these pieces, like I forgot when building this, there's a piece for the motorcycle here that pops up that the motorcycle back tire sits on, so the motorcycle stays in place. I actually forgot to put that piece in and put a different piece in, and once you get these interior pieces in, this set, if you can see when I press this in, fits so snugly, and those things lock in there so tight that it's very, very difficult to fix this or to break this apart to get pieces back out of here. Like I forgot to put these in the right places. There was one too close. Even following the directions, of course, I messed it up. But once you get these pieces into an interior spot, you really need a small thin object, a small butter knife or something to get in there and to pry the piece off the base.
No, gives you a piece to do that.
Lego does give you a piece to that. Maybe it's something McFarlane Toys needs to think about to give you a tool to pry these pieces up. Yep. The barricades here are really nicely detailed. Of course, the front of it, as you can tell, it looks very much like a barricade. And then when you turn around to the back, it's the very much Lego-like detail to the building blocks, as well as even the point where it connects. It's just 3 small bricks put together there that simply pop in to the back, just like Legos do, just like that. Pop in, and then those fit right into the fittings here that are on the base. That are the little grass mud fittings. Now, the customization really comes into place here. I'll take the sign off here real quick. on the weeds. As you can see, I'll pull out a few of the weeds here, and I'll put those back here in a little bit. But as you can see off this... whoops, the weeds just kind of fall out. As you can see off this set here, all of these pieces here have holes in them, and the little grass weed parts have these little tubes down at the bottom that just simply plug in to the hole, just like that. They plug in just like that to the holes. Now, the issue I found when building this, as you can see, one of these, as you see, this one's kind of fallen out already. The issue I've fallen into with these is that some of the fits are a little too tight, and some of them are too loose. So some of them you can't get in there, and then some of them just like that one, just want to fall out of its hole. It's kind of sad. It's a drawback to the set, as it's very easy to lose these pieces, or it's very frustrating with big fingers like mine to try to get these small little pieces in those holes without some type of small tools to get it in there. The sign here is really detailed though. And the sign has a hole in the bottom, has a little peg on the bottom of it that just plugs into one of the holes where the grass goes, just like that. So you can just plug the sign in there, just like that. Pretty nice. Here, I'll put the barricade back on. We'll put the weeds back on here in a little bit. Put the barricade back on there. Oops. There we go. Get this sucker back into place. There we go. So we get our little street set, which is pretty cool. Now, the figures for this set. Move the grass out of the way. Like our little zombie figure here, very, very detailed, very tiny. I want to say those are not even little below 3 inches. They're very tiny little mini figures. All of our walking figures come with these little clear plastic stands that just plug into the base. The little
big obvious clip on their foot.
Big clip on the back of their foot so they can stand, because without that clip they just fall over. Here, I'll pop him apart so you can kind of see. That's all right. The agony.
The things that I wish I had done.
Now, what's cool about the zombies is, of course, you can. I can't get the bottom of his crotch piece off of that arm, but you get an idea of he comes apart. And the cool thing about the set is that everything was bagged on its own. The zombie was in its own little bag. Daryl was in his own little bag. His motorcycle was in its own little bag. The street pieces were all in their own little bag. The grass, everything was bagged. It wasn't all bagged together, so you didn't have to dig and pick through a lot of pieces.
What you're saying is everything was in its own bag.
Yes. The figures here are pretty easy to put together. They're all just peg based, so they just plug in. The holes plug into the pegs, just like so. You can put his head on, so he can kind of look left or right, so he can move. The arms can be moved.
Oh, so they are articulated.
They are articulated.
Oh,
yeah, at the shoulder and at the legs and such. The legs are a little bit less articulated because of the way the hips are when you put him together. As you can see, you can move him up like this, so he can do the kick step. But there is some articulation to them, which is nice. And very detailed, very tiny detailed figures with a lot of paint apps on these little figures, which is really cool. That zombie looks really neat. The little blood splatter and the dirt on him and everything. It's a great looking little tiny figure. The Daryl figure here, of course, this Daryl, there is another Daryl figure in the series, but this one, of course, is posed so he can ride his bike. But the details on him are pretty ridiculous. Now the face is not really greatly detailed, as you can tell. His eyes are not painted and everything. It's just a layer of skin tone, but it's all pretty immaculately painted for that. The hair and everything. His arms are posable, so you can move his arms up and down. The legs, not so much, because he has to be riding the motorcycle. But the details on him, like the knife here is sculpted coming off his leg as he rides, like it would be in real life. He can move at the waist, so he does have a little articulation there, as well as, of course, the head. His jacket and everything is where all the detail comes into play, because he's got his little angel wings on the back of his vest, which is kind of become his iconic look now, which is really cool. Just an amazing little minifigures for this set. And then Daryl's motorcycle is where my other complaint for the set come into play. The motorcycle itself is a little difficult to put together, as once you're trying to put pieces together like the handlebars or put the light in, other pieces are falling off, the wheels are popping off, to put the motor and everything in. Everything else is fine. Of course, Daryl's got his little crossbow that pieces right into the back of his motorcycle, just like so he can ride around and his weapons are never quite too far away from him. My complaint is the exhaust system here. Now, as you can see, this plugs right into the little motor piece here, and you actually have to plug this in yourself, but there's supposed to be another one that goes on the other side of it in this hole right there, and it's a very small pipe, and I could never get one pipe in and get the other one in and get it to stay in without the other pipe falling off. So I managed to get one pipe in and left it that way. That is really, between that and some of the issues with the weeds, are really the only drawbacks to the building of this set. Now, Daryl sits pretty comfortably, and he just sits there on his motorcycle. Yeah, you can kind of get the handlebars to pose a certain way. There you go. Get the handlebars up, and you can maneuver his hands just right so he can actually hold on to it. Now, he's not sitting on there properly, but you get the idea.
He's not.
No, not at all.
That was not how it was.
No, not at all. But he can, there we go. He can get his hands up there. There we go. So once Daryl is on his motorcycle, I mean, it looks okay. And the drawback to the Daryl figure is he doesn't hold his handlebars. Like, you can't put his hands around the handlebars.
That does not seem safe at all.
I mean, you probably could. I probably could with a little work, but this one hand right here doesn't look like it will open far enough, and I can't pull it open to put those hands around the handlebars. So.
Did you try using fire?
I did not try using fire, and I'm not going to try to use fire. Now, as I said, there's a little peg here on the set, just a little peg right there. And there's actually a little hole on the bottom of the motorcycle wheel, right there, that you just simply line that hole up with the peg and push down, and that motorcycle stays on the set, so it's not going anywhere. And then you simply add Mr. Daryl Dixon here to his motorcycle, like so. And then you add the zombie coming after him in the back there, and there you go. You've got your set. It's again, other than the few issues, it's a really neat little diorama set. There you go, guys. There's a look at the McFarlane Toys Walking Dead Daryl and motorcycle building set. Now, as I said, there's only a couple of drawbacks, really. It's not your average, normal building block set, and it's not geared for kids, of course. I know many families watch this. I know many families watch the show.
Yeah, this seems like a family tradition.
Families with older kids, I know.
The horrible zombies who fall apart and eat your brains and pull out your guts are on TV.
But this is not
Gather round.
This is not a toy line geared towards children. This is more of the adult collectible, and this is perfect for those collectors who work in an office space or whatnot that love this show, that want to kind of show their love. These sets are perfect. They're the perfect size. They don't take up a lot of space. They fit easily on a desk or somewhere on a shelf. It's a great little display piece. Like I said, it's very customizable, so you can add more characters to it. You can add different things to it. You could buy multiple of these street sets and make a little street and have like a big fight. You can do a lot of stuff with this. The drawbacks here, though, of course, are the motorcycle, the exhaust on it, the fact that once you get the bricks into place in the center of the board, it's very hard to get them out, and the grass falls out constantly. There were a few pieces that, of course, as we were talking about this, have fallen out. Actually, this whole handful of grass pieces here have fallen out as we were discussing the toy, which I will have to go back in and piece back in. But again, some of the cuts on them are not great. They're either too big or too small, and they just kind of fall out of there. So that one won't even go in there. A couple of small issues, but overall, I think it's well worth. I think this set was $20. And now you may be thinking, that's quite a bit of money for a small set like this. And I don't disagree with you. But if you're a Walking Dead fan, that's pretty much the going rate for something like this. That thing, with the license and everything. And it's a nice little set to have. I mean, the other sets, the Governor's Room, I think, is $30. The Prison Tower and the Gate, I have not seen in stores yet, but I imagine that's probably going to be in the range of $50 for that set. So this is about, I'd say, close to the same price as what you would find for a Lego set of this sizable, maybe a little bit more, maybe by $5. Usually Lego sets of this size are like $15. So this being $20 plus tax isn't too bad. But again, it's an adult collectible. It's going to be a little more expensive. But you can find these in pretty much, you can find it in every Toys R Us in the nation right now until some Florida mother gets mad at these and has these pulled off the shelf.
Copyright children, boo!
But these are perfect. I suggest you go out and find one of these. Grab them today. They're great. If you're a fan of Walking Dead, they're a great collectible. So make sure you do that. Gang, we'll be back next time. We'll take a look at the Walking Dead blind bag figures. We'll take a look at those and see what we find inside. We'll see what we find inside. We'll see what we find inside the blind bag figures. So, gang, take care. We'll be back again real soon with another cool Halloween review. And until next time.
The Toys!